guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I am going to be sharing with you my April empties, and I actually have 2 declutters in here to share with you as well. I think that that's just generally how I'm going to be doing declutters or sharing declutter items with you guys, because I don't tend to do like big purges with my makeup collection. So I've got a couple items that I'm decluttering, several items that I used up this month, but actually this is significantly lighter than the last couple months have been. Not that that's a bad thing. I actually don't think that I really want to go through my collection super quickly because I like to enjoy the products that I have. But regardless, we're just going to hop into it and get started. And I'm going to start with makeup, actually. You know what? I'm going to start with the declutters just to get that out of the way. So the first item, you guys will totally know that I'm already decluttering. This was in my 2018 Rolling Project pan. This is the NARS Smooth Protect Primer, and I only have like this tiny little bit left at the bottom here, but I just ended up giving up on this product. I don't find that it performs very well at all. Honestly, it didn't really do much for me whatsoever. I wasn't drawn to using it. It wasn't something that I had any interest in getting use out of or even owning in my collection, as NARS is no longer cruelty free. And so yeah, it's just time to give it up, and I'm so much happier that it's not in my project pan now, because honestly, I just was wasting having a product that I could be focusing on by having this in my project. So happy to be getting rid of this guy. And the other declutter item that I have actually was from a previous project pan as well. And at that time I didn't think I wanted to declutter it, but now I just think I gotta get rid of it. It is the Korres Lip Butter, and this one's in the shade or the flavor Plum. And there is still probably about half of the product, or just under half of the product left in here. But as you guys know, I had like major issues with my lips a few months back, and just knowing that this is an older product in my collection, I just feel like I don't really want to risk using this again on my lips, and I just don't want to. Now that like they're totally sorted out and the lip glossy by Kapari has like totally fixed my lips, I just don't want to risk it. So this guy is getting thrown out because I can't give this to anybody. But yeah, this guy's getting thrown out. There's just not worth the risk to me anymore. Like I really never want to have my lips feel like that again. And since they're in really good repair at the moment, I just don't want to risk it. So yeah, those 2 items are getting decluttered, and Korres is not cruelty free anymore, I believe. So yeah, it's actually really nice to get a couple non-cruelty free products out of my collection as well. Let's talk about makeup products that were not in projects, just so that you guys have something that you've never seen on my channel before. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I have mine in the shade TCDF09, which is medium olive. And this was a really beautiful, like olivey yellow based foundation. I loved the tone of this. I felt like this suited me so well. There probably are a couple more drops in here, but honestly, I've just gotten to the point where the packaging is so grubby around the edges, and I'm just finding like, I don't know, trying to build up the coverage just isn't happening because nothing's getting into the dropper anymore, and I've tried to pour it out on the back of my hand, and I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I did quite like this. This wasn't something that worked for me in the summertime at all. I found that it would just slide off of my skin almost instantly in the summertime. But it worked for me pretty well in the winter. It was easy to build up the coverage. However, I do think you needed a lot more product than what was advertised. Like, I think it said you only needed like 4 drops for full coverage, or 3 drops for full coverage. And honestly, sometimes I'd need like 6 or 8. So I also have a lot of pigmentation in my skin, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced I'm going to repurchase this anytime soon. I've just been loving the Fenty Pro Filter foundation. I know that's not for everyone, but it works so well for me. It works so well. So I don't really have any interest in repurchasing this one. I also think because it is like heavily alcohol you know what I mean. It has a high alcohol content. I think that it kind of evaporated a little bit because I didn't feel like I used this whole bottle. But like I said, I did need to use significantly more than was advertised, so I don't really know. But I hadn't touched it all summer, and maybe in like December or November when I looked at it again, I was shocked by how little product was left in here. So I don't know if that's me just not really properly observing like where my makeup was before I kind of stopped using it for a short time, or if it actually did evaporate. Let me know if you guys had that kind of situation happen with this one. This next item is a mini of the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with anti-acne treatment. This has salicylic acid in it, and I loved it for that. I didn't find this to be particularly mattifying or even like long wearing on my skin, but I love to use it on days when I had like under the skin congestion or just a lot of breakouts in general, and I wanted to be able to kind of create a barrier on my skin between my skincare and my foundation, I guess, or like just underneath my foundation, so that I had a layer of protection instead of continually clogging my pores or just feeling like I had like heaviness on top of what was already erupting under my skin. I know that sounds so weird, but I hope that makes sense. But I would consider purchasing this again just because I did like it for those kinds of instances, just to feel that extra bit of security. But just a tip for everyone, I would definitely buy the little like travel size, the mini, which is only half a fluid ounce, but that is $19 Canadian. And then the full size, which is a fluid ounce, is $46 Canadian. So you get double the product for more than double the price. So it doesn't translate. I would definitely suggest buying the mini. I've got two mini mascaras. Again, I think that these were like gift with purchase or point perks, something like that. I don't really keep track, to be honest, but this one is the Urban Decay Troublemaker. I liked this one at first, and then as the brush dried up, I just didn't tend to love it. I never really loved it, to be honest, but I really liked how the brush is quite like spiky and it really separated my lashes. I loved it on the lower lashes because of that separation. I tend to find I don't like a lot of length on my lower lashes. I just want volume so that it really is like dark at the lash line, but I don't like length because it just looks spidery and weird on my small eyes. And this did not smudge at all, so I really liked it for that, but I wouldn't buy a full size just to use as a lower lash mascara. And then I've got the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Not my favorite formula, to be completely honest. I know that a lot of people love this one, but yeah, I find it like a little bit too dry where it flakes off of my lashes, and I do get a lot of nice volume, and I like that effortless kind of look that it gave me, like just kind of, yeah, a little bit of volume, a little bit of length, but it was just like really slightly undone kind of lashes, if that makes any sense. Not clumpy, but just like not perfected. And I did like that result, but I just found that it flaked. Even right from opening it, it started to flake on my lashes after a couple hours. So yeah, if I got like another mini like this, I would totally use it up, but it's not something that I'd purchase again, I think. And two more makeup empties. These were both from my rolling project pan as well. The first one is the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Blaquer. And you guys know I really like this. It's not something that I would pay full price for just because it's pretty expensive for a black eyeliner, but I really did enjoy using it while I had it, and I'm so happy that I managed to finish this up before it got too dry. And then this last makeup item is like polar opposite with price point. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara, and I just won't repurchase this one because I found that the brush was just a little bit too big for my personal brows. Not that I have like the most thin brows, but yeah, this is just a little bit too thick. I would find that I'd get product around my brows a lot of the time. And I found this really difficult to use at the very front of my brow. I'd always end up putting too much product down there, but yeah, I did enjoy using it. It wasn't a favorite, and I would much rather buy the Essence Gimme Brow, that's for sure. Or not, is it Gimme Brow or is it Make Me Brow? Make Me Brow. Yeah, I think I'd rather get that one next time around. I've got a couple body and skincare products. The first product, you guys have seen me use up several of these before. This is the Pacifica Kale Water. This is the Micellar Cleansing Tonic, and I really do like this stuff. I've already purchased another one. I just haven't found a better alternative for a cruelty-free micellar water, and I do really like this one because it is suited to oily and acne-prone skin. So I do find that this is really good without stripping my skin. It takes off eye makeup base makeup, everything. I just love having something like this on hand. And I prefer to use this over wipes. I just feel like it is like a little bit less wasteful. It still is pretty wasteful. I really do like this stuff. I would like to find an alternative eventually, but I just haven't really ventured there, and I do have another one of these to go through, so I'm not unhappy continuing to use this product by any means. The other skincare item I have here is just a sample of the Bioderma. This was the Ultra Rich Foaming Gel, and this was for very dry skin, so it just didn't really work for me, but I thought since I had a little sample kicking around, I just wanted to use it up. Not sure, I don't think that Bioderma is cruelty free, so not something I'd purchase. I didn't really love it. I didn't find that it like foamed up or lathered as much as I personally like for my face wash too. Yeah, I did enjoy using it for like the handful of times that I used it. I just kind of kept it in the shower for cleaning my skin while I was in the shower because it's just nice and easy. I'm so happy to have finally used this up. This is the La Vanilla Pure Vanilla Healthy Deodorant. I bought this last year in the Sephora VIB sale in the springtime, and as soon as I opened it, I realized I didn't like it at all. I don't like the smell of this pure vanilla. It smells too masculine, and that's not something that I'm opposed to, but it smells masculine, but also fake, like fake vanilla to me, like a little too artificial, but also a little too cologne-y. And there's just something about that combo I just don't like at all. And so I never reached for it for the first few months that I had it, and then lately just out of pure need to get rid of it, I used it, but I didn't like the way that it made like me smell as I did sweat. Like, because it's a deodorant, it's not going to keep you from sweating, but when I would sweat, it would just smell awful. This would mix so badly with my natural smell, and I just didn't like it. There is like maybe like 2 uses left in here, but now I've been just like scraping the plastic kind of onto my body, and at this point, I'm like, that's enough. That's enough of that. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this one. Yeah, not a repurchase. I still haven't found my perfect deodorant, so there are a few options that I really want to try next up. This is a bit of a weird product to talk about, but I'll just be really brief with it. This is the Radius toothbrush head, and I've used this one to death. Like, I used it for probably too many months, to be honest, but I really like this concept. So it is like a toothbrush handle that you pop a new head into every couple months, and I love that because it's just a little bit less waste than having a full plastic toothbrush. And the handle that I have is made out of recycled money. They're all kind of made out of different recycled materials, and so I think that that's really cool, and I have really enjoyed this toothbrush. This is maybe like the second head that I use, and now I've got the 3rd head on now. And yeah, I'm really happy with this toothbrush. I'm really happy with the concept of it, and even like the size and shape of the toothbrush head and everything. I really do enjoy it. I think that it's really cool and innovative, and definitely, yeah, I've just been really happy with it. So I thought I'd share that in this video. I don't think I'll share these all the time, but just thought I would pop that in there as like a little bit of an extra. And then another dental care product, this one is the Jason Sea Fresh Sea Spearmint Mouthwash. So you guys know I love the flavor of the Jason Power Smile, and I think it was just out of stock, so we ended up getting this one, and love, love, love the flavor of this so much more. I love spearmint flavors. It's just as effective as Power Smile, and ended up actually getting the matching toothpaste to this one instead of the Jason Power Smile last time around, which is crazy because you guys know I really, really like that one. So yeah, I really did enjoy this. However, I decided to pick up a different mouthwash just to try something different, but I would definitely go back to this one. And then I've just got one last product here. This is the Body Shop Fuji Green Tea Shower Gel. This is just like a little small one. I don't know if this is like a travel size or whatever, but I got this just as a Christmas gift, and so been using it the last couple months in place of the Jason body wash that I usually use, just because I had these to hand. So I have this and then one other fragrance that I'm working my way through now. And yeah, I really did enjoy it. I loved the fragrance. I found it very like energizing in the morning, but also it was quite calming at night. I know that's so weird, but it really was like a little bit of both. And I would use this in my bath as a bubble bath, and the bubbles don't last like that long, but I love just having the aroma in the bathtub. And yeah, I really did enjoy this. It's not something I'm going to purchase though, just because I really do like using like the pump that the Jason ones come in, and I think that the price point on those ones is so good. So that was absolutely everything for today's video. It was a little bit of a shorter empties video for me for sure, but I definitely still think like I'm feeling really good that I still was able to use up several items from my collection, get rid of some non-cruelty free, declutter a couple things, and just keep working through my collection and enjoying the things that I have as well. So yeah, that's absolutely everything for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this one. Let me know some of the products that you've recently finished up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.